Well, two major banks are going to come out with their results on Wednesday, and that is both Axis and Kotak Mahindra Bank. We have spoken about Axis. Let's speak a bit about Kotak Mahindra. Um, the NII number is expected to grow 3.5%, a flattish kind of a growth for Kotak Mahindra, a very tempered performance it seems, or it's estimated that Kotak Mahindra will be putting up after a very cautious quarter for the bank. So NII number set to grow around 3.5% on a year-on-year basis, around 3/4% on a quarter-on-quarter basis to around 4,050 crores. The PPOP will actually see a fall on a year-on-year basis, around 4.5% down, up 1% of course on a quarter-on-quarter basis to around 3,150 odd crores. The gross NPAs, which were at 2.6% in the last year, but which had grown substantially in quarter one of FY22 to 3.56%, will be around and in the 3.5% range itself. So maybe 6 to 10 basis point improvement there is estimated. The net NPAs too will grow by around 10, will be better by around 10 basis points from 1.3% in quarter one, expected to come in at 1.2% in quarter two. NIMs are looking largely stable for the bank, 4.52 in the year ago period, 4.6% in quarter one, and is expected to come in again at 4.6% in quarter two. The PAT number is expected to be at 1850 crores, which is a 1/3% fall in PAT on a year-on-year basis, and a 12.67% gain, a growth on a quarter-on-quarter basis for Kotak Bank. In terms of the balance sheet size is expected to grow healthily, 11.62%, a year-on-year growth to around 2,92,000 odd crores in terms of deposits, 10.5% odd in terms of advances to come in at around 2,26,000 crores or so. The CASA ratio is expected to be quite stable at 60.2%, a very healthy CASA ratio there for Kotak Mahindra Bank. Of course, a smaller balance sheet in comparison to some of its peers. But what will be key for Kotak is the growth trajectory. The management has spoken quite vocally about how they expect growth to explode for the bank, and that is something that one would still want to keep their eyes out for. And in terms of restructuring and in terms of its SME book, these are two areas where one would need to keep an eye out and see how the restructuring numbers are panning out for Kotak, as well as how the SME book is working for the bank in terms of, again, the growth and the scale. And lastly, the credit cost outlook. That is something that hopefully we have some commentary on the bank for. But we await the result for Kotak, and it should be an interesting one. A tepid quarter, but a really decent set of numbers, hopefully, for Kotak Mahindra Bank.